Hello everybody, it's Miguel again with McLaud Technology, bringing you another informational video. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between RGB and CMYK and why you should convert all of your files from RGB to CMYK when you plan to print. To first understand what RGB and CMYK are, we have to understand what color models are and what they mean for our designs. So a color model is a way of specifying or describing a color numerically. So as humans, right, we have eyes and brains to understand what colors are. So if I bring up, let's say this case here, right, I know that this is white. We can see that this is white and I can interpret that this is white. However, to a computer can't understand that because it doesn't have eyes, it doesn't have the experiences that we have as humans to understand what the color white means. So what we've done, as what scientists have done, is that in programming we developed something called hex code and hex colors. So hex colors means that we can tell the computer, hey, I want a certain number to mean a certain color for us to see. So you guys are probably already familiar with this, and typically it's an RGB if you're designing on a computer. So as you can see on the right, it's red, blue, and green, and by mixing these colors, we can develop other colors such as cyan, magenta, and yellow. Now the thing is that with RGB is only on computers and on things with a screen. The reason why is because RGB can be lit up by the background light of a screen, right? So on paper or on anything that you print on, like a shirt, you don't really have a light to illuminate different colors. You only have ink. So how do we process all of these colors without a bright background, right? So this is what it would look like for RGB. As you can see, the image on the left is the blown up pixels, right? So it's basically pixels really zoomed in. It's a microscopic image, and you can see the red, green, and blue elements of that pixel, right? So if you lit all of these up and you looked at it from a distance, it would literally just look like the color white. If you lit up all the red ones, it would be red. If you lit up all the blue ones, blue. And any combination of these pixels really close together would look like different colors. On the right, you can see the RGB code for it. So the RGB code for, let's say, maroon would be 12800. And that's how the computer would know that this pixel has to be a maroon color, right? Now, with CMYK uses cyan, magenta, yellow, and black against a white substrate to achieve that same effect. So usually a substrate, by the way, is just a layer or background. And usually a stronger white, like a really bright white, would mean that you get brighter, more vibrant colors. And this is why, we recommend that you use the McLaud Premium, the McLaud White Premium ink, because we know that the white layer for these inks would be extremely white, and that's what allows the colors to pop. It's not that the actual colors of the ink itself, it's not the colored ink that will affect the colors as much, it's actually the white background. And we also offer things like white powder and black powder, and you can change the contrast of the brightness of your colors then. But I really highly recommend you use our premium ink just so you can have that really strong color when you print onto your shirts. Now, the reason why this matters, right, is because if you do not convert your files to CMYK when you're printing them, they will look washed when you put them on a shirt. The reason why is because the color space for CMYK is smaller than RGB. There are less colors that can be expressed through CMYK when you convert it from an RGB file. So that's the biggest issue, and that's the issue that you'll see when you're printing something on your screen and then you print it out and it looks like the colors have been washed. You might just be in a color space where the printer is trying its best to match the colors that you fed it, but it can't quite do that because the file hasn't been formatted correctly. So, but not to worry, there's a couple things we can do about that. So basically what we can do is on Photoshop, you can go to image on the toolbar, select mode, and then go from RGB color to CMYK color when you decide to print your design. Now, I would do this after you make a copy of your transfer. The reason why is because if you want to put your transfer online on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, you want it to be RGB so that the colors are more accurate. And when you print them, you want to convert them to CMYK. So I'd have 2 copies of each file, one that you're going to be printing with and one that you're going to be doing digital advertising with. A lot of you guys are already pretty much familiar with using ICC profiles in your RIP software. And that's another way you could pretty much bring vibrancy back to your colors and have colors that are more accurate to what you see on screen. So like if the blacks aren't black enough, or if the reds aren't red enough, or if the blues aren't blue enough, you could use an ICC profile that will match as close as we can possibly get to your screen to what you're going to be printing on. To get that, you would have to contact our customer support team. You can go through our website, and we're also on Facebook. So if you are part of our Facebook group, you can see all the stuff that we've been posting, and like you could contact us through our message center, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, so we also have a hotline that you could call. It's 24/7. And we have an email, info@McLaudTechnology.com. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Like I said, if you have any other things you want to talk about, just reach out to us, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.